Welcome back to Out There Area AM channel, folks, where we dive headfirst into the cosmic unknown, chasing truths that'll make your heart thump and your mind race. I'm Scott, your guide through history's wildest mysteries, a guy who spent years digging through old files and UFO stories that keep us staring at the stars. Today, we're tackling a case so big, so jaw-dropping, it's burned into UFO lore. The 1997 Phoenix Lights. This ain't just a sighting, it's a mass event that lit up Arizona's skies and left thousands wondering what the hell they saw. Picture it, March 13th, 1997. A clear desert night in Phoenix. A massive V-shaped formation of lights glides silently over the city. Seen by thousands, cops, pilots, families. Was this an alien armada, a military stunt, or something else entirely? Eyewitnesses and videos say this one's real, y'all. Strap in, 'cause we're about to soar into a mystery that'll grip you tight. Hit that like button, subscribe, and let's hunt for the truth together. Let's set the stage. It's December 9th, 1965, and the world's in the thick of the Cold War. Spies, nukes, and space race fever. UFO sightings are spiking after Roswell and the Hill abduction, with folks wondering what's really out there. In Kecksburg, a quiet rural town of 300 souls in western Pennsylvania, no one's expecting to become ground zero for a cosmic mystery. At around 4:45 p.m., a brilliant fireball lights up the sky, seen across 6 U.S. states, Canada, and even reported in Mexico. Witnesses describe it as a glowing object, moving slow, not like a meteor's streak. In Kecksburg, locals hear a sonic boom, feel the ground shake, and see flames in the woods near Mount Pleasant Township. John Murphy, a reporter for WHJB Radio, was on the scene and later said, "People were terrified. They thought a plane crashed, but what we found wasn't anything like that." Volunteer firefighters, including Jim Romansky, rushed to the site, expecting a plane wreck or forest fire. Instead, they find a metallic, acorn-shaped object about the size of a Volkswagen Beetle, half buried in a clearing. Romansky, who got within 20 feet, told Unsolved Mysteries in 1990. It was bronze-colored like a giant acorn with a rounded cap. There were markings on it, symbols like hieroglyphs, not English or Russian. No smoke, no flames, just an eerie glow. Before locals can process it, the military arrives, fast. By 6 p.m., U.S. Army and Air Force personnel, along with what witnesses claim were NASA officials, cordon off the area. Men in suits order everyone back, and a flatbed truck hauls the object away under a tarp. Local resident Bill Bullabush, who saw the military convoy, told investigators they moved like they'd done this before. Quick, organized, no questions allowed. By morning, the site's cleared, and officials claim it was just a meteor. But locals ain't buying it. The speed of the military response, the sealed-off woods, and the lack of debris fuel suspicion. Why the secrecy? Why no public report? This was no ordinary crash, and Kecksburg's about to become a UFO legend. The Kecksburg incident is packed with evidence that's hard to dismiss. Over 100 witnesses, from farmers to firefighters, saw the object or the military response. The fireball was reported across Ohio, Michigan, and Ontario, with photos taken in Detroit showing a glowing, structured object, not a meteor streak. Local radio logs and newspaper clippings, like those from the Greensburg Tribune, confirmed the chaos that night. The object itself is the heart of the mystery. Firefighter Jim Romansky and others described it as 10 to 12 feet long, acorn-shaped, with a smooth metallic surface and raised hieroglyphic markings around its base. Romansky said on sightings in 1993, "It wasn't damaged, no dents, no burns, it looked like it landed on purpose." Other witnesses, like teenager Linda Fascia, saw it from a nearby hill and told researchers, "It glowed faintly, and the markings were like nothing I'd ever seen, not human writing. No propulsion, no wings, no cockpit. Just a solid, otherworldly craft." The military's response raises red flags. Witnesses reported dozens of soldiers, jeeps, and helicopters flooding the area within hours. A flatbed truck was seen hauling a tarp-covered object toward Wright-Patterson Air Force Base in Ohio, where Roswell debris allegedly went. Local Don Sebastian said in a 2003 documentary, "I saw the truck leave with something big under a tarp. They told us to keep quiet or there'd be trouble." The official story? A meteorite, part of the Great Lakes fireball. But astronomers, including Dr. Paul O'Neill from the Allegheny Observatory, debunked this, saying meteors don't move slowly or land intact. This was no meteor. Investigations dug deeper. Reporter John Murphy, who recorded witness interviews, planned a radio documentary, but was pressured to stop. His colleague, Mabel Mazur, later claimed men in suits visited him. After that, he scrapped the project and never spoke of it again. Murphy died in a hit-and-run in 1969, fueling conspiracy theories. In the 1990s, UFO researchers like Stan Gordon and groups like MUFON collected over 200 witness statements, sketches, and photos. Gordon said in a 2001 interview, "The consistency of the descriptions, acorn-shaped hieroglyphs, military cover-up, points to something extraordinary." Skeptics pushed back. Some said it was a Soviet satellite, like Cosmos 96, which re-entered that day. But NASA's own records show Cosmos 96 crashed in Canada 12 hours earlier. Others suggested a secret U.S. spacecraft, maybe a prototype from Project Blue Book's era. Yet no known tech in 1965 could hover, land intact, or display such markings. Atmospheric phenomena, the structured object, and military response bury that idea. In 2005, a NASA lawsuit filed by journalist Leslie Kean forced the release of Kecksburg-related documents, but many were redacted or lost. Kean said on Coast to Coast AM, "The government's secrecy only fuels the belief they're hiding something big." The lack of transparency keeps the mystery burning. The Kecksburg UFO crash spins a web of theories, each one tugging at the edges of reality. Let's break them down. Theory 1. Alien spacecraft. The boldest take says Kecksburg was an extraterrestrial crash. The acorn-shaped object, hieroglyphic markings, and military lockdown scream Roswell 2.0. Witnesses like Romansky and Fosha describe something not of this world. UFO researcher Stanton Friedman, who studied Kecksburg, said in a 1998 lecture, "The shape, markings, and rapid military response suggest a non-human craft, possibly a scout ship that malfunctioned." Could Kecksburg be proof aliens visited Earth? Theory 2. Secret military tech. Skeptics bet on a classified U.S. or Soviet project. The Cold War was peak time for experimental craft, and Wright-Patterson was a hub for reverse engineering. But no 1965 tech, U.S. or Soviet, matched the object's description. As astronomer Jerry Amon noted, no known satellite or prototype could land intact with those characteristics. Why hide it from locals if it was ours? Theory 3. Soviet satellite, Cosmos 96. Some point to Cosmos 96, a failed Soviet probe. But NASA confirmed it crashed elsewhere, and satellites don't look like acorns or carry hieroglyphs. Dr. David Rudiak, a UFO researcher, said in 2005, "The Cosmos theory is a convenient excuse. It doesn't fit the witness accounts or the military's behavior." Theory 4. Meteor or natural event. A meteor, the slow trajectory, structured shape, and intact landing rule it out. Meteors don't hover or leave metallic objects. Natural phenomena like ball lightning don't trigger military lockdowns. The evidence points to a physical craft. The Kecksburg incident didn't just shake a small town. It left a global mark. It hit newspapers like the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette and sparked debates on radio shows. The story inspired TV segments on unsolved mysteries and sightings, cementing its place in UFO lore. Kecksburg's annual UFO festival, with a replica of the acorn-craft, draws thousands. Stan Gordon's books and MUFON's work keep the case alive, influence in later investigations like the Belgian Wave or AARO reports. Leslie Kean's 2005 lawsuit pushed for disclosure, echoing demands we see today. As she said, Kecksburg shows the government's pattern: deny, redact, repeat. The 1965 Kecksburg UFO crash ain't just a story. It's a flare in the night, blazing with questions we can't dodge. Was an alien ship recovered in those Pennsylvania woods, whisked away to a secret base? Or was it a Cold War experiment buried under layers of lies? 60 years later, the witness accounts, the hieroglyphs, and the military silence keep this case burning, daring us to ask, what crashed in Kecksburg and where is it now? What hits hardest is the cover-up vibe, soldiers swarming, threats to locals, and redacted files. From Roswell to Belgium, the pattern's clear. Something falls, the military seals it, and we're left with scraps. Kecksburg's a cornerstone of UFO history, a reminder the truth's out there if we keep pushing. I want to hear from you folks. Was Kecksburg an alien crash, or a secret the government's still hiding? Drop your take in the comments, and if you've seen lights, shapes, or anything in the sky that gave you goosebumps, spill it. We're listening. If you're craving more cosmic riddles, smash that like button and subscribe to Out There Area AM. Next up, we're diving into the 1976 Tehran UFO incident, an Iranian jet's close encounter backed by radar and declassified files. Aliens or military tech? Stay tuned. Thanks for riding along, y'all. Keep your eyes on the sky, but don't blink. Something might be staring back.